What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ostrich Show. Today we're looking at the Hasbro Ghostbuster Plasma Series figures of the Ghostbusters Afterlife. So of course this is for the brand new movie, which this video is going up on the day the movie comes out. So of course I won't have seen the movie by then, so I don't really know much of anything about these figures, just what general information there is out online. So I won't be able to give a whole lot of detail on any of these, but we have this Ghostbusters Afterlife Wave that comes with a Sentinel Terror Dog build figure, so hopefully that's going to be cool to build at the end. And in this wave we have Trevor, Podcast, and Lucky. So these are three of the new kids that are going to be in the movie that I feel it's going to be more centered around and everything. And of course we have Trevor here, the Finn Wolfhard character, so he's probably the most popular out of all those kids. So we got those three kids, and then we have the three original Ghostbusters of Peter Venkman, which is Bill Murray, Ray Stantz, which is Dan Aykroyd, and Winston Zeddemore, that is Ernie Hudson. So those three are really cool to get, the three surviving original Ghostbusters, so it's awesome to get those in figures. Of course we've already had them in the first wave of the Plasma series, so we'll have to see how they compare, how they kind of aged them up and everything. I don't think they look bad, except for Dan Aykroyd looks like a completely different person. So when I get out of the box and you see it up close, you'll see what I mean with this face. Looks really weird there. But this wave all looks really cool. We get a lot of cool accessories, like we get the mini puffs and stuff, which is pretty awesome. But then of course we have like the builder figure pieces for that Sentinel Terror Dog. So it's pretty much just like a standing up Terror Dog, but looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to build that at the end. So let me go and get these figures out of the box and we'll take a look at them all together. So let's start off with Trevor, again the Finn Wolfhard character. So like I said, the most famous out of all the kids in this movie. Now with these I went ahead and put the packs on them and everything because I didn't want to have to fight with trying to getting them on and off, so I just went ahead and put them on. But we have Trevor here, and again I don't know much about the movie, so I don't really know a whole lot about him. I do know from what I looked up that this is Egon's grandson, and then he has a sister that's kind of like the main character of the movie, which we don't have a figure of for some reason. They have shown the picture, but we have not been able to find it anywhere. But this is Egon's grandson, so going to be carrying on the legacy since Egon or Harold Ramis did pass away. So looks very awesome overall, and I do think it kind of looks like Finn Wolfhard. To me, with a lot of these figures, like you can tell by their likenesses like who they are, but to me they also look more like a cartoony version or a caricature version, so it does look like Finn Wolfhard just if he was like put into like a cartoon. But you can see that by his face. He's got the longer brown curly hair, and then he's in a Ghostbusters jumpsuit, so it does look a little bit baggy on him. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like one of the original Ghostbusters, but we have multiple kids with them, so I don't know how they have all the different suits. But we do have the Ghostbuster jumpsuit, so it has the No Ghost logo there on the side, and then it's just an all tan suit with some green on the elbow pads there, green belt around the waist. There's this little like plug piece there in his leg, and then goes all the way down to the shoes where he has like the soccer style shoes on there. So overall looks pretty good. And then of course he has the proton pack on his back, which looks pretty awesome. Just overall design looks just like the originals, and then has the neutrino one there as well that we can put into his hand. But for the movements, the head can twist there side to side. You can look down a little bit and up a little bit. Not a lot of range there again because of his hair. Shoulders can come up 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. He's got the single elbow joint that bends under 90 degrees there and has the rotation, and then the wrist can twist around, and they should have some flexing, but because they have like the bigger outfits on and the cuffs kind of come down pretty far, you can't really do any adjusting with the hand, so it can pretty much just twist around. He has very little crunch at his waist, so not a whole lot, just a little bit crunchy there, but can twist around there as well. Hips come up 90 out to the side of the far, thigh twist all the way around, a double knee joint that bends up that far in the back, and then the feet don't really adjust at all. It's pretty stationary, so don't really get any rocking or twisting at all. So as I mentioned, I do already have the proton pack on his back with the neutrino one that doesn't really fit as well. I don't know what's wrong with this whole thing, but its cord and stuff is much different from the like original figures. We didn't really have any issues like getting the cords and then getting the neutrino ones to stick on the back, but like the little spot there, it just has a little hole in it that fits on this peg here. It like won't stay on, it just kind of goes on and then just falls right off. So I don't know what's going on with this, but we can go ahead and try and get it into his hand. So there, I got the wand in his hand, and for additional accessories, he comes with some of the mini puffs. So we have the mini puffs here, all like attached to something. I don't know what it's supposed to be or what you're supposed to do with this exactly. Like with this one up here, it's got like this little like curved and roundness to it. So it's almost like it's supposed to like go like it's climbing on him or something just with the design, but I have again no clue what you're supposed to do with it. I don't really know from the pictures or anything, but it is fun to get some of the little mini Stay Puffs, so that's pretty cool. And then he also comes with the town map. So we have the map here of the town, and it's just a paper design, so it could obviously rip and tear and everything really easily, but I like how it's supposed to have that old style design, and you can see some of the map designs. And very cool that he does come with that accessories as well. And next up we have Podcast, which is played by Logan Kim, and this is the smallest out of all the figures, so he's like the littlest kid out of all of them, and he doesn't really come with much, like he doesn't come with a proton pack and stuff like that, so his accessories are a little bit different, but overall looks pretty nice. You again has that Ghostbuster jumpsuit. I like how he has the Podcast name stitched on there, the Ghostbuster Ghostbuster logo. Still has the tubes. He has got this belt like really tied with a lot of extra piece there, you know, so he is a really small character. And then he just has the shoe designs there as well. Again, modern shoe design, but overall looks pretty good. So there's a look at his face. Again, I don't think I've ever seen this actor before, so I don't really know him at all. But overall, I don't think it looks horrible, but he's got his nice poofy black hair there and everything. And again, just in the Ghostbuster jumpsuit, does look pretty cool. So for moments, the head can twist all the way around. You look down just a little bit and up a little bit. Very little movement there. Shoulders up 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. Get the single elbow joint that bends 90 degrees with the rotation. Again, the wrist can twist around and not much flexing at all because of the cuffs. Again, a little bit of crunch at the waist and twist side to side. Hips up 90, out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint bends up that far in the back, very close to kicking his own butt. And again, the feet don't move at all. And for his accessories, he comes with some of the Ecto goggles. So we've seen some of the goggles before. When getting this out of the box, I tried to put this on his head and it's very hard with just his hair design and everything. So let me see if I can try and get him on though. So I had to really stretch it out there to get over his hair, but there he has the goggles on his face. He comes with a controller for the RTV, which we will see with the next character. So it just looks like a little remote control. Let's see if we can put this into his hand. So there you can get the controller into his hands there. So that's awesome. And then he comes with a bunch of stuff for the Stay Puft. So first off, we get a little Stay Puft, so just an individual little one. And then he also comes with some additional goo, as they call it. So we have this piece that can wrap around him and go into the little peg piece there in his back. So there's it wrapped around his body. So that's pretty cool. And then he also comes with this additional piece, but I don't know what it's supposed to. I assume you can like slide it maybe on his arm or something, because it's just like a complete band. But fun little distal accessories there for podcast. And then we have our last kid from the new packs, which is Lucky, played by Celeste O'Connor. Again, another actress I've never heard or seen before, so I don't know look-wise or anything. But again, it does have that cartoonish look to it. But like all the others, she does have the Ghostbuster jumpsuit. I like how she has like a necklace design around her neck. But she has the Ghostbuster jumpsuit, of course, same as all the others. But I like how she has the black boots, so you know, looks more like the original Ghostbusters did. But overall, looks pretty nice there. And again, I already have the proton pack and everything onto her just to make it a lot easier. But overall, I just think she looks pretty good, you know, overall design and everything. And to me, she does look most like the actual Ghostbusters. So for movements, her head gear can twist side to side. And again, very little movement back and forth, especially with her hair there in the back. Shoulders up 90, rotate all the way around. Single elbow joint that bends 90 with the rotation. Wrist twist around and have the joints in there, but we can't get it to move. Very little rocking at the waist and twist around there as well. Hips up 90, out to the side of the far. Thigh twist all the way around. A little stiff, but a double knee joint that can bend up that far to the back. And then again, the feet don't move, but it does have a twist at the top of the boot. So once again, a pretty nice figure. And for accessories, she comes with the RTV, so it is the ghost trap, but it's on wheels this time, so like the monster truck wheels. So they probably just took a ghost trap and mounted it in with a remote control vehicle. So that is pretty awesome that it comes with that again. So we have the controller with podcast, and then we have the actual device here with that. So very cool. And then she comes with the plasma beam for the neutrino wand, so we can stick this on the wand in her hand. So there I got the neutrino wand in her hand with the plasma beam shooting out. So that is very cool that she did come with that beam as well. So pretty awesome there overall for Lucky. And then we have the original Ghostbusters. So starting off with Peter Venkman, of course, played by Bill Murray, and he looks pretty awesome here. Very similar to his original figure, which I will show you, but of course has that older age added to him. So we have more of a wrinkly face and the gray hair and everything. So I like that they did make the figures once again, and how it's been hinted at that they are going to be in the movie through the trailers and everything. So just very nice looking figure overall. I think we'll probably go over him and then kind of just look at all the others, because they're all going to have the exact same bodies. But overall looks good. So there's the face of Bill Murray again. Don't think it looks like him. Again, looks like a cartoonish version, but has the Venkman badge, the Ghostbusters logo there, and then just has their original design. It just, once you see the original figure, you'll see the color differences and stuff. But I like the dirty gray design of this. There's a bell around his waist with all sorts of stuff like a walkie-talkie and all sorts of tubes and everything going into it, all the way down to the black boots again. So very nice looking figure overall. Have the proton pack on his back already and the neutrino wand there in his hand. So for movements, the head can twist around in there. It can look down a little bit and up a little bit. Again, not a whole lot of range there. Shoulders up 90 degrees, rotate all the way around. We get the bicep twist, a double elbow joint that can bend pretty much up on itself, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. A little bit of crunch at the waist and twist side to side. Hips up 90, out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far in the back. He can kick his own butt, and then the foot rocks back and forth and can twist side to side. So again, with it being a full-on adult, they have a little bit more area and range for movement, so you get all better movements with these figures. And I do like, with him being older age and stuff, they did give him a little bit of a belly there, especially compared to the original figure. But just overall looks really nice. And then for accessories, we get some of the parapsychology cards, so the cards he used in like the first movies and stuff. So just the cards with the different little shapes on them and stuff. So we get 5 of them there, and they're just little cardboard pieces, so they can easily get damaged and lost, so have to be careful with those. And then he, along with all the other older versions of the Ghostbusters, do also come with the plasma stream as well, so very cool there that we can stick on his neutrino wand. So there there we got Venkman all kitted out there. And then again, we can bring in that original one from the first series. So there is the original version of Bill Murray. Again, does look more like that classic Ghostbuster look to him. And then you can see the very similarities between the two, just to kind of dirtied up the suit a little bit, change like the arm pad colors, of course the hair colors and everything. But overall, they are very similar figures just all together. Very nice to get him in the older version here for the new movie. And then we have Ray Stantz, played by Dan Aykroyd. And as I mentioned in the opening, I think this one looks the worst. Just his face design is just awful to me. I don't know what they did. And especially when I bring in the other one, you'll see, I think it looks much more like Dan Aykroyd, the original one. But this one, I don't know what they did. I know they tried to add some old age into it and stuff with some wrinkles. And then, you know, add some gray into his hair and all that. But I just think the face looks like someone else completely different. So I don't like that face design at all. But of course, everything else is going to be exactly the same, pretty much as the Bill Murray one. Maybe even the exact same body, since Dan Aykroyd always has been kind of like the chubbier one. He has the belly there as well, just like his original one did. Looks very much the same there. So overall difference is just that face design. So once again, as you can see, he came with the proton pack in the neutrino one, but he also comes with a plasma stream as well. So there he has the stream, and then he also comes with the book of Tobin's Spirit Guidebook. So there's the nice book design there. So Tobin's Spirit Guide, as you can kind of even read on there, very nice design just overall onto the book. So just very nice book design overall. That is awesome there to get all those together for Ray Stantz. And then of course we have that original version. So there you can see the younger version. I think again looks much more like Dan Aykroyd, again just a cartoonish version, but definitely much more accurate than this new one. And our final figure of the wave is the Winston Zeddemore, played by Ernie Hudson. And again, I think this is a nice looking figure. This is probably to me one of the nicest looking ones. Of course, I don't really know what Ernie Hudson looks like nowadays, so I don't know how accurate the face is, but I do like, you know, did add some like gray into his mustache and then some gray there on the side of his hair. So I think overall that looks pretty good. And then again, like all the others, I'm pretty sure it uses the same body because it still has that like belly on him, and then everything else does look pretty much the same. So pretty much is going to share that same body with the Stantz. So very nice looking figure overall once again, and does look like they aged him up pretty nice for the new movie. And again, like the last two, he does come with the plasma stream, so we can stick this on. And his additional accessory is he comes with a newspaper classifieds piece, so it's got a classified section from the newspaper, and it has Ghostbusters for Hire little section highlighted there, and then it's just a piece of cardboard, unfortunately, so not very good, or again another thing that can easily be damaged and torn up and everything, but does come with that newspaper piece as well. And then of course we have that original version of him there. So again, you can tell there is a difference between the two, but obviously not nearly as much as like the Dan Aykroyd one, but very nice comparison between the two there. And of course, all those put together bring us our Sentinel Terror Dog. So it's a Terror Dog, but in a Sentinel version. So I don't really know what that means. And again, not a whole lot of information about it and everything, but it is like an upright walking on two legs version. I like how it's got like the translucent bottom. So it's got like these invisible legs or something, and the purple looked pretty nice. There isn't very little movement at all to this figure. So it is pretty much just a stationary figure. So you can't really do much of anything else, just where it popped together with the different pieces. So we have the arms and the legs. So like the legs move at the hips, the arms move at the shoulders. They do have some, so they can like move up and down to like 90 degrees and rotate around, and then the wrist can twist around as well, but other than that there's no elbow joints or anything. And then when the head can move as well, so it's got the ball joints down there, so it can move up and down a little bit, twist around as well, and then the mouth does open and close as well. But I did read like a news article thing of revealing this figure and then hints about the movie and stuff. So it is a Sentinel Terror Dog, very similar to the original, which were servants of Gozer, and of course there was a gatekeeper and a keymaster. Of course both came together to unlock the door. So the article I read said it may pretty much be the exact same with this. They just may have legs and be able to walk this time. But we do have that original Build-A-Figure Terror Dog, so you can see a lot of the similarities between the two. I just like the horns sticking up more instead of out to the side, but face-wise look pretty similar, and overall body design with the silver on it and stuff, and then the black design still has the 4 toes at least there on the front, and I guess 3 on the back as well. But overall I do like this new design compared to the original, and I like the purple legs and stuff that are see-through. Just very awesome design overall. So there are 6 figures all together attacking the Build-A-Figure Sentinel Terror Dog, so that looks pretty awesome there together. So we have our original Ghostbusters of Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, and Winston Zeddemore, and then we have our new characters of Trevor, Lucky, and Podcast here. So all very nice looking figures. Like I said, they're not the best figures ever, like these aren't like necessary things, but I guess if the movie turns out to be really good, which I hope it is, then these figures will be much more sought after. But as of now, you know, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know if they're going to be worth it or not, but overall they're just kind of cool if you are a fan of Ghostbusters. But let me know what you thought about these figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.